I'm Dan, owner of Tint World, Universal City. Today is our grand opening. We have about 150 to 200 people here. We also had the mayor come, did a ribbon cutting.
This gentleman next to me really lives up to the top billing that he has.
Had some Ferraris, some monster trucks, just a myriad of all kinds of vehicles here. We also had a lot of fun, music, pizza, food, and then we kind of wrapped up in the afternoon with a really cool demonstration on some line dancing. So we got everybody up and having some fun, and just really had a great day.
Thank you, Tail Feather.
One of the greatest things about today's event was really just having the general public come in and find out, had no idea that we do so many things in addition to window tint. What I really appreciated was the ability to go through and walk people through the differences in our products, let them understand we have several offerings available so that they can pick where they fit within their budget and what they're wanting to do to their car. So I really appreciated the questions people had, and then as they come and they start to engage, their eyes open up and they're comprehending. We really have some cool stuff to offer.
I spoke with Gilbert. Gilbert said, bring it down. Let me see what you've got. And I've only had it for 2 days, but I already want to put lights. I want to put wrap. And what surprised me about them is the first thing he said, he goes, you're in Texas. You need to put tint. You need to be concerned about the comfort first. Then you want to flash it, pimp it out. You know what I mean? That's cool. He didn't try to upsell me to the expensive stuff right away.
I also really enjoyed just being able to engage with all the folks that brought their cars. And it was just a blast to spend some time with the community and show our appreciation to the people that brought their cars, and then vice versa. They were able to come in and go, oh my gosh, I had no idea there was a store that offered all these different kinds of services. For me personally, I want to become the go-to place in Northeast San Antonio. We already are making big dents within the community, and to offer all of the products and services that we do with excellent installation and unbelievable pricing. We just keep hearing the feedback from all of you folks out there that the value we offer is just one of the best value propositions in the market.
He's doing a great job. You know, I'm really proud of his business.
Alrighty, everyone, welcome to tonight's coverage of the Tornado Alley 125 right here on Extreme SMTV and the Nationwide Truck Series presented by Tint World. Thank you guys for coming out right now. Fastest man in town, Aiden Lane. You see Tracy sliding that Tint World machine sideways. Welcome to Kansas Motor Speedway, everybody. So this ought to be a good one. Again, Kansas Motor Speedway, round number 9 tonight, ready to go. Aiden Laney, last year's champion, top of the board. Good to have Aiden back with us here tonight as we are ready to rock and roll again. Matt in the booth with your co-host not here tonight. He is, I think, at the local racetrack. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's where he may be. But we still have tons of trucks, tons of fun. Tony coming in off his latest win. bigger points lead than he originally had, if you will. And now coming into tonight, going to be another one. Folks, qualifying will wrap up in 4 minutes. When we come back, we'll talk to Aiden Laney. All right, back here, qualifying still underway here tonight. Aiden Laney still on top of the charts here with Paul D. Brown. Your first couple of cars in qualifying order right now. We do have some big updates coming into tonight about the league we'll touch on here in a little while. And we'll go from there here tonight. And again, thank you everybody for coming out. Let's talk to Aiden. See what he has to say. Quick qualifying effort for Laney out of Austin Taylor Racing. Hey, Aiden, Matt in the booth, got a copy? Hey, Ado, Matt in the booth, got a copy? Oh. Hey, Aiden, Matt in the booth, got a copy, bud?
10-4.
All righty, man. Well, you come in right now, you're sitting on the pole. We've talked about it before, not running every week. But top of the board here at Kansas, how's the track feel?
Yeah, it feels tight. Got a lot of grip in this set. Honestly, conditions feel pretty good. They're gonna favor tire saving, and they're gonna favor the guys that can be consistent, lap in and lap out, and hoping that that's us tonight.
There you go, man. How weird is it for you to jump in the truck, jump out of the truck, do all the things that you do, not here each and every week?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's pretty weird jumping from running all these open races with Conti and then coming and running here on the weekends and not being able to change anything and kind of just stuck with what you got. It's a little bit of a learning curve every weekend, but I got a little bit of practice in before, so got a little bit tweaked. I think I can have a good run tonight.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but while we were sitting here talking, Jimmy come in off the top rope and knocked you off the pole.
Yeah, I saw that. He's got a wicked fast truck, so we're gonna be tough to keep up with him tonight.
All righty, man. Well, we'll talk to you later, bud.
Appreciate it.
All right, good to see you, Aiden. All right, there's Aiden. Let's talk to Jimmy. Jimmy with the drop kick. Jimmy, you got a copy?
Yeah, man.
All right, man, you're going to yank the pole away from Aiden there. Drop kick him to the front, to the pole here. So, Jimmy, you've had some wins this year, and you've had some good runs. Points-wise, how bad do you think not being here some weeks have kind of hurt you there?
I mean, I'm sure it's going to hurt a little bit. You know, I mean, I just, going to take it race by race like I did last year. Just do what we can. And if we can finish good and stay in the top 5, top 3, come home, something like that, and get some points, I think we'll be okay here towards the end. It's going to come down, again, I think, to the last 2 or 3 races.
There you go, man. Well, Jimmy, good luck to you, and we'll see you later on tonight, bud.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, have a good one.
All right, next up in the interview room is Tony Blake Brewer. Hey, Tony, Matt down here in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
All right, starting P4 here tonight. What you playing here coming into this round here at Kansas? You've had a pretty good year coming off the win last week. You think you can go 2 for 2?
Well, I'm going to try. I'm just going to
Give me 500.
try to keep it clean and make her to the end, you know?
There you go, man. You just got to work it, don't you?
Yeah, work the traffic, try to stay out of trouble.
All right, Tony, man. Well, good luck to you. And I hope you leave here at the point standings with as healthy as you came in with.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, we'll see you soon. Again, that points lead that he came in with tonight was a very good points lead. And I mean, it is up there with some of the best I've seen. 114-point lead entering tonight. Let's talk to some guys that need to turn their season around. All right, let's start with old Tracy. Tracy, Bethel, Matt up here in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on there, Matt? How you doing today?
Doing all right, man. Well, we're not going to sugarcoat it tonight. You got to get your season turned around. It's been a roller coaster ride for you there. Is there anything you can do that 67 to kind of get back on the right track?
Well, we did some testing here Friday, and felt pretty good. I got some pretty decent numbers. Those numbers didn't show up today, but I'm also looking at one of the biggest issues for this race is going to be tire wear. So tire conservation is going to be huge. That's one thing that I got to look at and try to be there at the end. And I did some testing with a few guys last night and learned a lot. And we're going to try to put it into the race itself. Qualifying, I wasn't too concerned about. 1 or 2 laps is not where it needs to be fast. You just need to be there at the end. So that's what we're looking to do.
All right, we leave here. When we leave here, you got about, say 5 more rounds to get it figured out. We go to Nashville next week. Man, we're coming down to the butter of the season. I know you've worked hard, but you almost got to find that next level, don't you?
Yeah, it's really difficult, especially with the tracks and the drivers that we're running. And we got some really competitive guys out here, and you know, if you're not one of the top competitors, you're constantly learning. And there's guys that are probably not as good as maybe you may be as well, and they're learning too. So, yeah, my goal for pretty much for the finish. I know I'm not going to win the championship, but my goal is to finish in the top 5, and I think we can do. I think realistically we can do that.
All right, man, we got to get some more top 5s out of you. We got to get that car representing a little bit more.
Yeah, 10-4.
All right, man, best of luck to you.
Thanks, sir.
All right, we'll talk to some more guys down here. We'll go with Floyd, because why not? We'll talk to him. Floyd Stewart, Matt in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you, Matt.
Well, we just got done talking to your teammate Tracy there. What a yo-yo year it's been for you. It has been one of those seasons.
It's not been the best, but hopefully we can turn it around here in the final few races of the season. Hopefully try to win a couple and go out there and see what we can give these guys.
Yeah, has missing races kind of hurt you here too?
I believe so. After missing last week's race and then missing walk-ins, it's kind of dropped me in the points. I'm basically just stuck right around. I think I'm 10th in points, so I'm kind of just stuck there right now. And you know, like I said, hopefully I can turn it around and try to get as many here in the last little bit of the season and try to put myself back in contention for the championship, but I don't know how well that's going to work.
Well, hopefully you avoid the F5 that's coming here in the Tornado Alley 125 and get it done.
I appreciate it, Matt. Thank you.
All right. Well, we are about done. Let's take a look here. Another one on track. Dustin Stevens, Matt in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
Well, we've talked to some guys that's had good season. We talked to some guys that's had up and down season. I don't know.
You talk to me.
I don't know how to classify your season.
My season is amazing. I come up, I come around, I have a good time, and then I go home.
Well, yeah, that may be true, but I think that 86 might need a little bit more speed, sir.
Well, I mean, I don't know how these guys are getting it. I think we all have the same amount of speed. They just have better drivers at the end of the day. We'll see.
A 10-4, man. Well, good luck to you, Dustin. And hopefully
I appreciate you, Matt. Have a good one. And,
yeah,
hopefully we'll see what the 86 can do, if I can keep it out of the wall or not.
Hopefully your search for speed kind of gets better here at some point.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, man. Good luck to you.
All right.
All right. There we go. Let's see. Can we squeeze one more? Brian Brooks. Let's grab Brian down here really quick. Hey, Brian Brooks, Matt down here in the Extreme Sim TV booth. You got a copy?
Matt, how you doing, bud?
Doing all right. 11th on the speed chart tonight. How's the truck feeling?
Feels really grippy. definitely not loose yet, but I expect after about 6 laps we'll be sliding around.
Yes, sir, man. Well, maybe you can get that machine up near the front and get her done.
You know, this track is one of my better tracks, so I sure am hoping so.
All right, good to you. Good luck to you, Brian, and we'll see you here in the very near future, bud.
All right, Matt. Thanks, bud.
All right, there we go. Ready to go. We got Brian there. We got everybody ready to go. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's affair here tonight. Again, tonight's race going to be 120. What is that? 100 laps, 125 miles, I do believe. If I mathed right, here we go. The Tornado Alley 125. It'll be Jimmy on the pole. And then alongside it's Aiden back there with Paul D. Brown, Tony Blake Brewer. Timothy Wright, Brad Wilson on that third row. Ty Smith alongside Tracy Bethel there as well. And we'll reset that and get you back to that row. You got Doug and Floyd right there. Man, Doug, Floyd, you got to get after it, son. Brian Brooks right there alongside Andrew Ramsey. Dustin Stevens, Simon, and then Eddie will round out the field. Here we go. Track facts for tonight. Kansas Raceway, air temp 76, track temp 73, 191 miles. Your race distance. Again, Leo not here tonight. He is off at the local racetrack, I do believe, for the evenings. Oh, he's on his way. Okay. Okay, he'll be here at some point, maybe. There we go. So we will get joined by him here in a little while. Cool. All right, Tony. Doug right there as well. Ready to fight here tonight. Jimmy up front on the pole. It'll be the 18 machine leading them to green here momentarily. Right there is the High Rock 18. Aiden Laney up there on the outside. The number 1 Nutrient Solutions machine. I think that's how you pronounce that. Tony Brewer, Timothy Wright, Brad Wilson, and Ty Smith back here. Tracy Bethel, of course. Our man Floyd Stewart back there. His paint scheme not working. Floyd, your paint scheme's broken. Floyd, your paint scheme's completely broken, sir. How'd you break it? Oh, God, he broke his paint scheme. God dang it, boo-boo. God dang it, boo-boo. Here we go, coming to green. How in the hell did boo-boo break his paint scheme? Coming to green, Jimmy out front, let's go. Coming to green. Green flag is in the air. This time, Bob, we're underway. This time, we're racing right here at Kansas. Yeah, it's going to be Simon. It's going to be Eddie and Jimmy up front right now for the start. Aiden there as well, off into 1. Tony Blake Brewer right there, 3 wide behind him. Timothy Wright, Tracy Bethel up the hill. So right off the start, we got a bunch of cars right together here early on. It's Aiden Laney by a good little margin over the rest of the field. Brad Wilson back there. Ty Smith going to come off the corner. Oh, 3 wide, 1 car in the wall up top. They'll gather it up. Good job. Everybody will scramble by, but it'll be a ton of ground lost for Brad there in the 83 up at the fence. The Moser Racing machine. Aiden right there down the back straightaway. There is Aiden. There is Jimmy. There is Tony. There comes Tracy. Paul going to drive through, but look at Tracy go to second as the battle for the race lead heats up. Off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, 3 laps on the board. Jimmy drawing even with Aiden side by side, headed for 1. Now still 2 by 2 right now. We got them digging on the bottom, up top, car, contact between the leaders. They'll hang on to it by hair. That could have been a mess, but it'll be Jimmy taking over the race lead. Tony back there as well. There comes Aiden with Tracy Bethel alongside of the Mr. Tony Brewer. Tony, Blake Brewer, Tracy going at it. Dustin Stevens, where's he running at here tonight? The search for speed up to 13th here tonight. Dustin, buddy, I can tell you what's wrong here. You got to move up the hill, my guy. Got to come in higher, my man. It's going to be Aiden out front, the High Rock 18. Jimmy in the High Rock 18. Aiden in that number 10/1 machine. And then, of course, it's Tracy Bethel right there in line as well. 4 laps in here tonight, and we continue to roll. Right now, right in this one. Bethel right now in the 3rd. Now, up off the corner, Bethel sitting there in the top 3. Could this be the night Tracy Bethel goes to victory lane? This place would come absolutely unglued if Tracy Bethel can bring this thing to victory lane after the season he's had. Paul D. Floyd Stewart back to 7th. His backup car brought to you by Nationwide. Wait, my guy, how you messed that up? Yeah, you being in Daytona since Thursday is what I'm going to blame this on. Right now, we continue to roll. Jimmy out front. See, the crew chief goes to Daytona, and here we go. Now, side by side, Jimmy and Aiden right there as well. 2 by 2 behind them. Tony, Blake Brewer, Tracy, Timothy. Here we go, contact up off the corner. Hanging on, fighting their way through. Nice fight. Now back single file. So as they run right now, field gonna single file out for the moment. So now this fight continues to roll 8 laps on the board here tonight. Now right to the bottom of the 18, trying to hold tight. So what do you do? How do you get there and how do you control it? Jimmy, Aiden, Tracy. 9 laps on the board. Tony, Blake Brewer right now as well. Here comes Floyd Stewart there to 98. Jimmy continuing to lead here, the High Rock machine over Aiden. Now back single file for a moment. Everybody holding. Now it's going to be Jimmy fighting through. Jimmy continuing to hang tight, doing everything as humanly possible. Now you got Aiden, you got Timothy, you got Tracy right there fighting forward. Tracy Bethel up to 4th, Timothy right there in 3rd. That's the way we set. Bethel, Tony, Floyd. Now everybody trying to maintain 11 laps on the board. Here is their single filing out. Everybody else with them. Jimmy continuing to lead. Aiden trying to close. Already 12 laps complete. Jimmy over Aiden. So right now you can see top 2 really kind of settling in. Tracy there as well, Ty Smith. Floyd up to 6th. You got that side-by-side battle behind them. Nearly beating off of each other there for a moment. Doug with Paul and Floyd up to 6th. Meanwhile, your points leader right here in 4th, that's Tony with Tracy right around them. Meanwhile, contact behind them. A lot of beating and banging right here in this little pack that you got Ty Smith, Floyd Stewart, and everybody under the sun, really. The 321 of Doug. And hang on, there we go. There's Brooks. We are all just right together. Man, oh man, oh man. 14 complete. Jimmy continuing to lead. Tracy way up high. Bethel nearly in the fence. Bethel will hang on to it. Side by side behind them down the back straightaway again. One fast repair for these drivers tonight. There's that 67 trying to hang on. Paul D. Brown trying to make a move. 3 wide behind him. Floyd Smith, or Ty Smith, going to be the middle of the sandwich. Floyd will get clear. Now Ty, Brian, and Doug are in a party back here. Jimmy still out front, still leading here. Fastest lap of the race. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm in upside down world. Tracy Bethel, fastest track on the racetrack tonight. I'm going to need I'm most likely going to need a official to the truck of the 67 after the race. Got in the wall a little bit there, but good run, Tracy. Oh, Jocelyn in here pulling for Dustin. What's up, Joz? Side by side behind him. Floyd there to 7th. We're 16 laps in. Jimmy continuing to lead. Aiden in 2nd. Tony Blake Brewer. Tracy Bethel. Right there in line also. Tracy Bethel trying to move forward. Now we're starting to get into some tire wear. Speeds have slowed about a second from when we started this run 17 laps ago. How far you go on fuel tonight may be determined by what you want to do tire wear wise. So we might see some strategies pin off of this because there's a lot on the table if you get new tires. That's about a second a lap all for like every lap you run on fresher tires. So I think if I'm these drivers, maybe if I'm Timothy, if I'm Tony, Floyd even back here is 6th, Ty in 7th, especially Tracy in 8th. Seems like the tires went away from that truck. Come down early here for the pit stop, kind of take fresh ones. In the wall goes Tracy. He's going to get turned. No! Through the grass, they're wrecking up top. Brian Brooks involved. And more Dustin Stevens. Hard into it as well. But it started to go awry. Truck gets tight. Tracy gets in the wall. Gets turned down the hill. And then everything in front of him, Brian Brooks, just gets clobbered. And poor Dustin's going to come in here. Nowhere to go. And wow. Let's hop on board with Dustin. See what he saw through all this. Going to come off of turn number 4. 20 laps in the Tornado 125. And wrecking, trying to avoid it. And that car just shoots down the hill in front of Dustin. Collects him up. So 4 or 5 trucks on pit road using their fast repair right here at lap 20. It's not what you want to see, man. I hate it for Dustin. Absolutely know where he could have went. So unfortunately, caution is out. Misfit in chat, Jocelyn in chat, you got Haley in chat, you got the Viking Queen making her return back to chat for after like 5 months ish. But it'll be Jimmy up front. Oh. Haley. Let's shoot for a top 5, not a top 10. Let's go higher. Top 5 is nice. Anyway, Stewart sitting in 3rd. Let's talk to him. He's not used to having that truck up there. Driver of the normal NOS Energy Drink number 98. Hey, Floyd Stewart, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I'm not exactly sure who painted your truck here tonight, but the normal driver of the NOS Energy Drink number 98 sat in third. Did they steal your paint scheme, bud? Because you got a nationwide
They must
paint.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must have. I'm dealing with some current trading paint issues. I had to completely put it back on the truck. It's showing up for me. I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah, there I figured 20 laps in, only get 3 sets of tires. I want to try to run these ones a little bit longer than I can. Basically just see what happens, but we're starting to get some moves there. Got caught up by a couple slower trucks, I would say, and yeah, just finally was able to get around them, and now we're gonna see what we can do. Get out here in some clean air and let her fly.
All right, man. Let her
Catch
rip.
me.
Let her rip, tater chip.
Yep, you're gonna see me flying down the backstretch like a bald eagle with the sleeves cut off if I get it out in front.
Yes, sir, man. Well, good luck, bud.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Floyd Stewart there. We're ready to go back to green. Take a look at where everybody sets for this restart. 22 laps on tires. Tony, Blake Brew on fresh ones. I just don't know if I like this call because you're going to have a lot of fresh tires knocking down your door right here. This could get dicey. So here we go. Fast repair update for the guys involved in the accident. So keep that in mind. Here we go. We got multiple with fast repairs here. Oh, all right. We're ready to rock right now. 2x2, 22, 125 complete. Here we go. Field gonna thunder down. Now, working their way down right at the moment, side by side. Nice fight right now. Big slide behind them. Fresh tires are right there. Here we go. It's Boo Boo trying to go for it. Right there in the middle of the back straightaway. Tony to his outside. There we go. Right to the bottom. The 18 up top as well. I keep calling him that. He's going to knock the wall down. Anyway, working their way through. 3 wide behind him. Holy crap. Fresh tires coming. Take a look at that fresh tire set on Tony. Your points leader. First car on fresh. He's right now. He's got to figure it out here. Off a turn number 5. Oh, trouble. Tony involved. Here we go. Big one down the back straightaway. Tracy Bethel's night's over. His night is done. Hard into the inside wall. Caution is out. Oh, no. His night is over. Just like that. No. Holy no. Smoke pouring out the back end of Tracy Bethel's 67 machine. No. What in the world? We're 3 wide. Tony's up there. Tony got pinched, but he's okay. Andrew gets through. Are you kidding me? No way. Timothy Wright involved. We would grab him from the infield care center, but Tracy Bethel's truck absolutely destroyed. I cannot believe that. Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate. Does he have a fast repair left? Because I thought he used it the first go around. No, he shouldn't. No. Oh, no. Oh. Hey, Tracy, Matt. Tracy, Matt in the booth, bud. How bad is it?
Too much. We're
Too
done.
much.
Yeah,
Oh,
not sure what happened in front of me there. I went to check up. Uh, I think the 16. I don't know what happened with him, but he came down, and I couldn't avoid that. I was no way I was gonna get on the binders in time. So we got caught up, and it launched me to the infield, and I was on the binders and trying to downshift. I tried everything I could think of to do. It wouldn't come to a stop. So I pancaked the motor into the wall, and unfortunately, cosmetic stuff is easy to fix, but the motor's not. So
all righty,
it's
man.
not how we wanted to run.
Well, let's talk about the positives for a minute. Wicked fast race truck there for a little bit.
Yeah, the guys did a really good job with this hot rod. Like I said, we practiced and tested it during the week, and then yes, last night ran with some guys, learned a few things, and this thing was a mover. I had to take care of the tires there. I kind of backed up a little bit and try to cool them off and see if I can get some longevity, but uh, we pitted not wanting to, but it was kind of going to be a necessity anyway, and I didn't want to go a long green run. But the bottom line, yeah, this thing. I mean, I could start moving to the front, but I was trying to maintain a slower pace. I wasn't trying to rush to the front. I was just trying to make sure I could keep them in sight. Stay, fourth, fifth, third, somewhere in there. I was hopeful for a really good finish tonight. I mean, like I said, this is a fast hot rod. Yeah, it was a really fun truck to drive.
Well, if it makes you feel better, man, you had the fastest lap of the race for a while.
I did not know that, but yeah, it felt. I don't know if it felt the fastest, but it definitely felt good. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to have done that again. Um, yeah,
Yep.
those guys, it's a tough crowd. Wish we could have done better. Sorry for the guys back in the shop, and we'll regroup and come back.
Yes, sir, man. Well, Tracy, we'll see you next week.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. Yeah, it honestly breaks my heart to see that. That truck was so fast. I mean, you don't want to see guys having problems early in the race, right? But when you somebody like Tracy has had a rough season and you see a fast truck like that, and then that happens, that's unfortunate, man. That breaks my heart. It legitimately, like, honestly breaks my heart. That's unfortunate. But such is racing. We're ready to go. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. Fresh tires once again. Same thing out front. Aiden Laney, Ty Floyd on those old tires. Tony Blake Brewer. Fresh tires coming. Oh, Floyd up the hill here. He has to check up. Aiden gonna get away for a minute. Floyd, hang on to it, man. Whoa, boy. There comes Tony. Tony all over the deck lid. Nearly pushing Floyd off into 3. Ty Smith gonna hold it down up top. Ty in the outside wall gives him room. Floyd with 3 new monitors, a new FOV, helping him get by that one. 4 wide behind him. Tony Blake Brewer, here comes Ty. Here we go off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide behind them. The 16 truck, or the 18 truck there, Jimmy. Then you got the Team 8 truck, the 16 Tint World Machine, 3 wide. Here we go off the corner. Trucks in the wall up top. They're all going to scramble by right now. Lloyd Stewart holding serve, trying to run down Aiden Laney. Fresh tires behind him. But I'm thinking the goodness of Tony's tires starting to wear off here already. That's insane. Meanwhile, breakaway down the back. So what is going to happen here is we're going to have a split on strategy here pretty quickly because Floyd and Aiden will have to come to pit road here at some point. Fresh tires right there behind them. Absolutely insane. What a night. I'm just really shocked at some of the speed out of some of the trucks. Aiden Laney out front. Lloyd Stewart back there as well. Timothy right there in the mix. So 32 complete. Timothy right on the bottom. He'll get clear. Oh, trouble. Cars in the wall behind him. Here we go, wrecking, I think. Oh, my gosh, Floyd and Moore gonna pile it up. Caution is out. Oh, 3 trucks hard in the wall. What started this? They're 3 wide. Floyd gets collected, and here we go. Then they try to avoid, and everybody sweeps up to the fence. Hard into the outside wall. Simon involved. He'll slow that truck down. Oh, no. Simon on pit road now. Think his night might be over. Just unfortunate here. The 22, he's slow. Floyd, I think, is going to be okay. Let's take one more look. The 98 is going to get in the fence hard here, but they're up top 3 wide. He's just going to get collected. He hangs on to it. Oh, my gosh. The 18 took a wicked hit. He'll use a fast repair here. Taking a look. Oh, my good God. Jeez almighty. Some tough hits here tonight. The Tornado Alley 250 or 125 has been absolutely insane with the impacts we've seen. So more trucks on pit road here. Caution's out, 34 complete here tonight. So yellow out here riding under caution. Yellow is out here this evening. So, with that being said, Timothy Wright should take over. So, caution's out. Timothy Wright in the 16, Brad Wilson, then Jimmy right there as well. Aiden and Paul. Then it's Brian Brooks. Ty Smith with Floyd Stewart now back on pit road. We got a lot of trucks with damage. Oh my gosh. This is. So we're 36 in. Timothy Wright in the 16 with Brad Wilson. 36 in, and we'll get ready to go. So we have gotten now Timothy on 10 lap old tires, everybody else on 1, Floyd on fresh tires. I don't think Floyd uses fast repair either, so he's still got that in the back pocket. So here we go. Timothy, Brad, Aiden. Here comes the 18 of Jimmy as well. Timothy Wright will bring us to green. This time by with Brad Wilson. They'll line them up, double file. Let's go. Tracy out of the event already. The only truck officially out. We're underway. Timothy Wright leads. Jimmy. Brad 3 wide. There we go. The 18 in the middle, washing up the hill. Aiden there as well. We're 3 wide right now down the back straightaway. There's the 70. They're about going to get turned around again. Floyd will jump out of the gas. That was Paul just about getting involved there. Big slide up the hill right now, 3 wide. They're going to rumble against each other for a moment. Meanwhile, out front, Timothy Wright continuing to lead Aiden up top. There is Aiden Laney, Timothy Wright right there as well. The 16 up the hill. There we go. We'll dig down the back. Wright going to lose the lead to Aiden. Here comes Jimmy. Jimmy running forward. Now Jimmy, Paul D. Brown. There's Timothy Wright. Night 39 complete. All right, we're going to work through Aiden. Hanging tight. Aiden Laney. Timothy Wright. Hanging forward, fighting their way the best they can. Aiden continuing to lead with Jimmy giving chase. Timothy, Ty, Paul. 40 complete of 125. Here comes Brad Willison right to the back bumper. Paul nearly contact. Here comes Tony Blake Brewer, your points leader up top. Aiden Laney out front with Jimmy giving chase. 40 laps in here tonight. We already have torn up some race trucks. So now we're 41 in here tonight and starting to get single file again out front. So Aiden Laney continuing to pull away. Now they're 2 by 2 behind them. Tony Blake Brewer, Ty Smith. Let's take a look at chat here while I got a moment. Very calculated decisions. Okay. Haley, that's a big word for Floyd if we want to say he's making calculated decisions. Okay, I see it. I'll go with it. Floyd and calculated. I never thought I'd say that. Anyway, off of turn number 4. Right into the top. 4 Timothy Wright right there as well. Is it calculated decisions or is it he can actually see around his truck now? Because I think it has a lot to do with he can see around his truck. I'm thinking that's got a lot to do with it. Timothy Wright, Floyd Stewart trying to run. Now Floyd going to roll it to the top side right now. Wall. Floyd, don't do that. We're bragging on you. Don't do that. He'll drop the 5th. God. Here we go. Rolling through right now. Rolling their way through at the moment. So working their way through. Hanging tight. Timothy. Tony. Through and 3 wide. No more contact now. Aiden. Timothy, Floyd. Yes, Tori, I'm aware. Me bragging on people screws them up every time. I know. 3 wide. Timothy right there as well. Timothy up top. Aiden Laney. Timothy with Floyd right behind him. Jimmy. Ty. Tony. Nice fight right now. Everybody trying to hold. So right now we're 47 laps on the board. There is Tony. Aiden there with Tony. Blake Brewer in fifth. Aiden, Timothy, Floyd, Jimmy. Here we go. Working our way down the front straightaway. Tony, Blake Brewer to fifth. Nice to the bottom. Aiden trying to fight. Now Floyd back to third. Come on, Floyd, roll. He'll get to the back straightaway. Aiden, Timothy, and Floyd, top three. Here we go. Big run coming. Now, big block from Tim. Big block by Timothy. Floyd going to dip to the bottom. Aiden and Laney trying to pull away. Floyd, then Tony, then Jimmy. Aiden Floyd right there with Timothy. Oh, car in the wall behind him. Ty Smith in the fence. He'll knock the wall down. Aiden continuing to lead. Timothy Wright, Floyd Stewart. And Timothy, Tony. Tony right there with Jimmy right there as well. Big, big push up the hill. Timothy Wright in third gets to the fence. Jimmy, Paul. But there'll be Aiden Laney out front. Now it's going to be Aiden Laney. Floyd Stewart now up to second. Can Floyd make a move? Jimmy back to third. Let's take a look at this tire situation because that is going to be the thing that decides this race tonight. Taking a look. Everybody dead even in the front of the field tire-wise. Aiden Laney, the story of last year's champion. That truck always click. Right now, he's got the 98 not NOS energy drink machine behind him with Jimmy just in tow and then Paul D. Brown there as well. Aiden Laney continuing to lead. Floyd Stewart behind him. Holy crap. We're going to have a showdown in Kansas. Ty Smith back here with Brad Wilson. Now keep in mind here, we are working 55 laps in. So we have got to be starting to get close to fuel numbers here tonight. 73 laps to go. Aiden Laney, Floyd Stewart, your top two. Laney and Floyd, 2.83 tenths of a second here tonight, your top two. They are digging like bananas right now. These guys went at it 1 year ago, or one season ago. Now they're back on track to go at it again. Aiden Laney continuing to lead. Sis, check your thing. Floyd right there as well. Sis, check your thing. Jimmy. Paul. I think I said that quick enough, maybe, possibly. Aiden Laney leading. If she heard me. Aiden Laney continuing to lead. Floyd Stewart, Paul D. Brown right there as well. There's the 70. Jimmy there as well. There we go. It's going to be Aiden, Floyd, and then Paul. Tony. So right here we go. It's Aiden out front, continuing to lead. So Floyd trying to chase him down. Floyd, then it's going to be Paul D. Brown. Aiden out front. We're 57 laps in with Aiden continuing to lead over Floyd, then Paul, then Tony, then Jimmy. Your top 5. So single file, it's Aiden Laney out front, continuing to lead with Floyd Stewart tucked in. Paul D. Brown can't get close enough. So looking at about halfway here, so we're going to start thinking about that final pit stop coming up. I would imagine here very soon, if you've got Aiden Laney out front leading like this. Aiden continuing to hold. $60 on the board. Aiden and Floyd. Paul. Tony. Okay, YouTube. Aiden Laney continuing to lead. Wade. Easy. I don't want to put you in timeout. Aiden continuing to lead. Floyd Stewart. Not to get goddamn security in the comment section. Jimmy right there in fifth. Timothy right. Aiden continuing to lead. Floyd, I pray to God you got beer on pit road, bud. Anyway, Floyd Stewart continuing to lead. Try to run down Aiden. Tony, Jimmy, Timothy. Holding tight. Aiden, Jimmy, then Timothy, Ty, Eddie, Doug, Brad. Your top 10, Brooks and Dustin. So it's Aiden Laney continuing to pull away. Now the gap opening up 4-10. Aiden and Floyd. One and two. So we're 64 laps in. So we're 65 complete this time by. Aiden Laney continuing to lead. That's Aiden Laney, Floyd Stewart, Paul D. Brown. So we're 65 in with Laney up front leading the way right now. Floyd right there in second. Paul D. Brown in third. It's Stewart. Right behind Old Laney by about 1.5. Now, as you can see, Floyd, Paul, Tony, Aiden Laney, Floyd Stewart, then it's Paul D. Brown, Tony, Jimmy. Let's see if Aiden can pull this off. Floyd Stewart trying to close, Paul D. Brown trying to close in here. We're really kind of stalled out here, my opinion, until we get to pit road. Everybody's on older tires. Everything's kind of harder to get the truck to turn, harder to move. Aiden there leading. Taking a look with Tony. Tony has kind of died out in the fourth here, the 18 up top. $69 and a 125 here tonight. Aiden Laney continuing to lead the way right now. Taking a look with 08 over Floyd. When will they come to pit road? Aiden Laney continuing to lead. And here we go. Laney pit road right there. Maybe too fast entering, and he's around. Laney hard on the brakes, goes around up pit road, trying to stop. That'll hand the lead back to Floyd. Now down the back straightaway, Floyd leading. And here we go, Floyd down pit road. No, Floyd around. Come on, guys. Pit road entry. Floyd gonna go sideways. So again, two trucks now sideways on pit road. So we've seen that twice now. Now Paul D. Brown hangs on. So now that Paul make that stop. Timothy right here, man. Two trucks making big time mistakes. There's Paul. Paul gonna get a penalty. So Floyd did not receive a penalty, but Paul did. It'll cycle out. Tony passing by. Floyd gonna lose a ton of track time here tonight. 72 of 125 complete. So there we go. It's Timothy out front. Apple pie moon? Okay. Okay. We'll go with that. Apple pie moonshine. Okay. That's the last thing you need. Timothy and Brian, your top two. Jimmy, Tony, Aiden, Brad, Floyd. 74 complete with Timothy right out front now after that mistake. It is Timothy Wright, Jimmy, Brian, Timothy Wright leading. So Timothy with Jimmy right behind him now. We're 75 laps in. Here tonight at 125. What a battle. So it's again Jimmy, Tony, Brian, Aiden. Right there, continuing to lead. 76 laps on the board. Timothy Wright with Jimmy right behind him. So, do we get a late race caution here? We get a late race caution. Everything gets mixed up at that point. You know, the guys that were quick made that mistake coming to pit road. Cornflakes. I'll go for cornflakes. I think that's the best option out of the group right now. Jimmy there behind him. Tony Blake Brewer, Brian Brooks. 77 on the board. Timothy Wright. Timothy, Tony, Jimmy, Brian Brooks, Aiden, Brad Wilson, Floyd Stewart, Ty Smith, Aiden Laney. Floyd just lost so much time. So right here, Floyd Stewart there, Timothy Wright out front. Continuing to roll through. Frosted chilled ice Jack is good. Okay, you say it's good. We'll go with that. Jack Daniels, okay. Timothy Wright leading the charge right now. Tony Blake Brewer, Jimmy, and then, of course, Aiden. Ty Smith, Eddie, Paul D. Brown, Doug back there. 81 laps in tonight. Ty, Timothy trying to pull away. It's just, man, these pit road incidents that we saw here tonight really messed some guys up. Timothy Wright leading over Tony Blake Brewer. So, do we see another yellow? That's also a question. Let's check lap times, too. Right now, Floyd is 0.5 of a second faster a lap than your leader on the fresher tires, but he's 4 seconds back. And does that tire advantage hold up over the long run, right? You got Brian Brooks way off, so that'd be the first car that he's going to get to. Dustin Stevens 1 lap down. Aiden a little bit off there in the 31.6 bracket. 31.8 for Jimmy, Tony. I mean, you're 8.8 seconds back. That mistake coming to pit road just killed that run of Floyd's. So Floyd made the error again, not the only truck to do so. Dustin down there, he's still rolling. Andrew out, Simon out, Tracy out. So we've had a little bit of a long green flag run to kind of keep this thing rolling. Hey guys, don't forget, if you like what you're seeing, slam that like button for me. Let YouTube know you like what you see here tonight. And somehow or another, '84 this time by. '85 at the stripe. '85, nice work. Timothy Wright leading. The Tornado Alley 125 here tonight. Jimmy, Aiden, Brian. Single filed out. So it's Timothy Wright out front leading over Tony Blake Brewer right now in second. Don't knock it till you try it. Oh, you're talking to me. I can say things if you leave. Oh, is that right? Okay. Timothy, Tony. Right there in the line also. Single file. Timothy Wright. Tony Blake Brewer. Holding serve. 87 in. 88 this time by Tony, Timothy Wright. Oh, look at that. Tony all over the back bumper. Big shove down into the corner. Big push up the hill. Timothy Wright out front, continuing to hang on. Tony Blake Brewer. Timothy Wright, Jimmy. Timothy, Tony now going to get clear. There we go. That tire difference just too much. One car in the wall up above them. 3 cars under a blanket now. Tony Blake Brewer doing a great job. Jimmy right behind him. Timothy. Aiden. '90 complete. Jimmy. Then here comes Aiden. Nice and tight. Floyd Stewart back there in 5th. Hanging tight. Tony Blake Brewer pulling away. Timothy Wright. Tony Blake Brewer continuing the lead. 93 laps on the board. Tony, Blake Brewer leading Jimmy there as well. Timothy Wright with Aiden. So single file down the back straightaway. Tony tried to pull Jimmy there as well. There comes Timothy Wright also. So again, fighting their way through 93 laps in. Tony Blake Brewer trying to go to victory lane one more time here tonight. Timothy there as well. Back inside the third spot. So as we run, here we go. Taking a look there. The 16 going to drop back here. Aiden and Laney, will they come to pit road again and get fresh ones? We got a couple off of pit road here. But the top 5-6 cars, when do they come down? Floyd was 8 seconds behind, now 6 seconds behind. I think his only option is the short pit here. Jimmy trying to stay with Tony now. That gap closing to 0.3 of a second here. 94 laps in. One hell of a race here tonight at Kansas. The Tornado Alley, 125 here tonight. Jimmy, Aiden, 95 complete. Tony continuing to lead. So that's 96 laps complete. Jimmy behind him. Tony, Blake, Brewer. Aiden, nice and tight. Tony continuing to lead. David Connery, cornflakes, and milk's gonna be. Well, facts. Continuing to roll, 97 on the board. Here we go, Tony down pit road. Big walk up, didn't spin the truck though. That's what he needs to do. Get the truck down pit road. Jimmy, Timothy, Floyd. Back there, 98 on the board. Now, Jimmy, when does he come to pit road? So right here, when does this 18 car truck jump to pit road? Here we go, the High Rock Machine. Jimmy down, locking the brakes up. Good job, good pit road entry. Now, Floyd coming down, much better entry. He's got Dustin. Oh, no, Floyd. Black flag on the 98. Floyd Stewart, too fast entering. Floyd and pit road entry is just not going well here tonight. Timothy Wright leading. Coming towards 25 laps to go. Man, Timothy Wright, nice work. I'm going to have to work with him on pit road entry at some point, because my goodness. So the 98, too fast entering. 100 laps on the board here tonight. We are down to the final 25. Don't forget, we pick up and we go, I think it's Nashville 1 week from tonight. Really, Floyd? Did you blow it up? Floyd, did you blow it up? Or what the hell happened? So truck's down pit road. Like, did you blow it? The smoke's coming. I don't. Timothy right there onto pit road. Floyd back rolling out. So the truck's still rolling. He's one lap down. Come on, bud. Get it up to speed. Let's go. Timothy Wright continuing to lead. Tony Blake Brewer going to take over. 101 this time by. Tony Blake Brewer. So he's back. The truck's back underway. Aiden there to second. Jimmy to third. .102 this time by. Tony Blake Brewer out front. 103 at the strike. Can he go back to victory lane yet again? .103, Tony continuing to lead. .104 is Tony up there, continuing to lead. Aiden. There's Jimmy inside the top three holding serve. So do we see a late race caution here? So best I can tell you, Haley, he got a speeding penalty. He got a speeding penalty there, and then he's not out of the race, but I think what he meant by that was out of the running for the win. Truck's still rolling right now. Battle right now on track. Two by two. So where we're at right now, we got multiple trucks to wrap down. Pit road speeding penalties, pit road problems abound here tonight. You see Jimmy, you see Aiden right there, Aiden up the hill. Jimmy going to go for second here. The race really, Floyd, the first truck one lap down. If we do get a yellow, he would get back on the lead lap. And Tony Blake Brewer, the Brewster, trying to go back to victory lane again, back-to-back weeks, and that would widen that points lead to certainly unbelievable depths here with 20 to go and just a few races left in the season. The Tornado Alley 125 has been unpredictable all night. We'll see if it remains that way. One car low and slow, but we stay green. That's Paul D. Brown. Low, slow, down the back straightaway. If Tony Blake Brewer wins this race, I'm telling you right now, that points lead leaving tonight is going to be insane. Jimmy, Aiden, right there behind him as well. We're coming to 18 to go next time by. Brian Brooks, Brad Wilson, the last car on the lead lap. Then you got Floyd Stewart, Paul D. Brown, Eddie, Doug, Dustin still out there rolling for what could be a good finish tonight. Come on, guys. We got 15 watching here tonight. Let's try to get it to 20. Yeah, he's never Pacific, sis. He's never Pacific. He's not Pacific about anything. That's the problem. He's got to be more Pacific. Rolling forward. Jimmy right there as well. Aiden. Haley, my job for you for the next 6 months is train him to be Pacific. That's your job. Thank you. Once you have him trained, let me know. Tony Blake Brewer out there leading. Aiden Laney back to third. Jimmy right there in second. Jimmy trying to hold him back there. 16 to go here tonight. Brewster continuing to lead. Could be yet another win for him. And let's extend that points lead again. Jimmy, Aiden. Tony. 15 to go. Can Tony make it 2 in a row with 15 to go into Tornado Alley 125 here tonight? It's Aiden back in the line. Oh, man. Jimmy smoke out the car of Aiden Laney here with 15 laps to go. Do we see a late race yellow here in Kansas tonight? Do we want to see a late race yellow in Kansas tonight? Brad Floyd back here. Still first car 1 lap down. Brian Brooks right there as well. He's got Dustin Stevens with him. But right now, the number 20 of Tony Blake Brewer putting on a master class here tonight. "12 laps to go. So right now, they'll work their way through. "12 to go. "11 to go this time by. So we'll see what we can do. It's Tony Blake Brewer continuing to lead. 11 to go. Jimmy 3/10 back and closing. Here comes the closer. Do we have a battle at Kansas? Oh boy, everybody pick up your brooms and sticks and let's get at it because we're about to have a showdown in Kansas here tonight. Jimmy, back to the back bumper of Tony. Bethel on pit road, Stevens on pit road. This is going to be a showdown for the ages. Jimmy all over the back bumper, trying to get by Tony Blake Brewer. Jimmy winning 2 weeks ago. Then it went back to Tony last week. Now Jimmy all over him. He gives him a nudge down into 3. Tony trying to hold Jimmy back there. Oh, my goodness. These two all over one another right now. Down through the dog leg. A big block by the 20. 10 laps to go. End up 1 and 2. They're tight. They're very, 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 very tight by the top 2. Aiden Laney going to get a pull behind them. We're going to have a showdown with late in the going here. Can they get back around here safely? 8 laps to go. 2 by 2 off of 4. This is pulling Aiden Laney right to the back bumper. Jimmy tried to get clear. Should see 8 to go this time. We do. Oh boy, Jimmy gonna drive in deep, quarter of a car, half a car, full car, alongside right now. Contact down the back. Tony out of shape. Jimmy drives it in deep again. Tony gonna pitch him. They're gonna open the door for Aiden. Here comes Laney. Laney trying to take advantage of this. Tucks in behind Tony. Jimmy gets by Tony Blake Brewer with just 7 laps to go. Tony's not going to be too pleased about that. Here comes Aiden Laney. Aiden coming right now to the back bumper. Aiden Laney giving it all he's got. Laney up top, middle lane. Timothy Wright too far back to do anything. There we go, getting spicy in the chat room here tonight. More contact, Jimmy, right there. What can you do and when can you do it? Absolutely insane. Tony the second. This is not going to be, oh my gosh. Jimmy, Tony. Jimmy trying to fight. Here comes Tony, Aiden trying to fight forward. Can Jimmy hold him at bay? Tony, Blake, Brewer, the Brewster trying to get back to him. Put 4 fingers in the air. Jimmy trying to do everything he can. Tony going to go to the top. Here we go. Tony going to rim rod the outside. Try to pull forward. Can't do it yet. Tony, Blake Brewer, couple of car lengths back. Can he get back to Aiden's back or Jimmy's back bumper? Aiden back there watching on. 3 to go. Lap traffic in front of him. Oh my God, this is going to get good. This is going to get really good in Kansas. Here we go into turn 1. Jimmy elects to go to the top. Lap traffic on the inside. Clear. 0.3 of a second now, the difference from first to second. The 18 going to have to go to the bottom to get by more traffic. Does just that. Tony trying to get to him, can't do it. Aiden in the wall behind him. 2 laps to go. Oh my gosh, 2 laps to go in Kansas. Showdown out front. Here we go. The 18 of Jimmy. Trying to hang on. Jimmy tried to hold him at bay behind him. Tony too far back. Tony cannot do anything. Coming to the white flag. It'll be 1 lap to go this time. 1 to go in the Tornado Alley, 125. 1 to go, Jimmy leads. Jimmy trying to hold on. Top side for Tony. Tony to the wall. He's got 1 more shot at it down in 3. Too far back. There we go. It's Jimmy out front. Jimmy to the bottom. Jimmy trying to hang on. Tony trying to close. Not enough. Jimmy will win the Tornado Alley 125 here tonight. What a race. Holy crap. Folks, we will go to commercial break. When we come back, we'll be ready. Wow. Absolutely insanity.
Hi, I'm Dan, owner of Tint World Universal City. Today is our grand opening. We have about 150 to 200 people here. We also had the mayor come, did a ribbon cutting.
This gentleman next to me really lives up to the top billing that he has.
Had some Ferraris, some monster trucks, just a myriad of all kinds of vehicles here. We also had a lot of fun, music, pizza, food, and then we kind of wrapped up in the afternoon with a really cool demonstration on some line dancing. So we got everybody up and having some fun. Just really had a great day.
Thank you, Tail Feather.
One of the greatest things about today's event was really just having the general public come in and find out, had no idea that we do so many things in addition to window tint. What I really appreciated was the ability to go through and walk people through the differences in our products, let them understand we have several offerings available so that they can pick where they fit within their budget and what they're wanting to do to their car. So I really appreciated the questions people had, and then as they come and they start to engage, their eyes open up and they're comprehending. We really have some cool stuff to offer.
I spoke with Gilbert. Gilbert said, bring it on down. Let me see what you've got. And I've only had it for 2 days, but I already want to put lights. I want to put wrap. And what surprised me about them is the first thing he said, he goes, you're in Texas. You need to put tint. You need to be concerned about the comfort first. Then you want to flash it, pimp it out. You know what I mean? That's cool. He didn't try to upsell me to the expensive stuff right away.
I also really enjoyed just being able to engage with all the folks that brought their cars. And it was just a blast to spend some time with the community and show our appreciation to the people that brought their cars, and then vice versa. They were able to come in and go, oh my gosh, I had no idea there was a store that offered all these different kinds of services. For me personally, I want to become the go-to place in Northeast San Antonio. We already are making big dents within the community, and to offer all of the products and services that we do with excellent installation and unbelievable pricing. We just keep hearing the feedback from all of you folks out there that the value we offer is just one of the best value propositions in the market.
He's doing a great job. You know, I'm really proud of his business.
All right, getting back here. We're going to get ready to talk to the one and only Tony. Going to Victory Lane here tonight. We're ready to go, and that's not Texas. Oh, well. AI, you messed up that one. It works. I ain't got time to deal with it. All right. Let's get ready to talk to Tony. Not Tony, excuse me, Mr. Jimmy. Sometimes AI gets it right. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just want to be not my friend. All right, ready to go. All right, Mr. Jimmy, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about that? Victory lane here tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I really didn't think that was going to happen after the misfortune there on the front straightaway, right around lap 60 or so. But, team put the truck back together and got what we needed and adjusted on her. And the last 25 laps, it was, come home, wreckers or checkers, and, but yeah, it was really exciting. Glad we had some speed for the long run.
Right.
Man, you just, Aiden and Tony and all those guys, they're so fast week in, week out. And to get a win here with, battling those guys, man, it's quite a blessing.
Well, man, what did you think there with the contact y'all had? It was a tight racing.
We were racing really, really hard, and I felt like the truck was a little bit better underneath Tony when I can get in just a little bit of clean air. I felt like I can get by him, but I had to have a run. And right there, Aiden was coming up on us, and we took it into turn 3 there. And I went to the bottom, and Tony kind of hugged my truck on the right side, and I feel like both of us kind of started getting really, really, really tight. And I think Aiden got right on his rear quarter, and I think he had to let go just a little bit. Got him off my right corner, and I just kind of faded down to the bottom there, and kind of got a little bit more clean air, and it stuck. Hit the gas and tried to run away, but it's not easy. Those guys behind you, they'll come up and pass me right again. So I knew I was in a battle. Even if I passed them, I knew I still had a ways to go before the checker flag.
Was you concerned? Well, was you concerned if you got back to your bumper there?
Oh, for sure. I knew, like, just because, it was one thing I was talking to myself all race long, 15 to go there. Yeah, I knew we were catching them, but passing them was going to be, a different ordeal.
Right.
So I felt like, once we did pass them, and then traffic was coming up for me. Maybe they were cooling off their tires to get another run on me. And then 2 cars are definitely faster than 1. So even though I was out front, I might have had clean air. They were tandem drafting, and they could pull on me. I'm watching them, and then they're pulling on me off of 2 and going down the front stretch. So I was waiting, at any given second, they could have passed me right back. But what a show for the fans tonight.
What a show
if
for
they
me.
didn't
I'm
like
out of breath.
I mean, that was an exciting. That was the most exciting 10 laps I've had in a truck in this league since I've been here.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Yeah, that was insane.
It was a lot of fun, and I think that as long as we have these guys in this group, week in, week out, I think that starting now, like tonight, I feel like that's the kind of racing we'll see week in, week out.
Yeah, I think so. And, we know points wise you missed some races, but man, you've racked up some wins. Just 2 weeks ago, you had one, and now tonight.
Yeah, like I said, when we spoke earlier, getting the pole was really important. I wanted to shoot out there. I started shooting, getting the pace going. And I felt like my truck right in the very beginning was really, really quick in the long run.
Right.
And we started pulling away, and I was like, all right, cool. And then we got that caution, and we only had about 16 laps on the tires, and I didn't think it was enough to put a set of tires on. And we went back out there, Aiden got me, and I was just followed the leader. And then we had another caution, and then I just came in, decided, if I could split it up into 3 different parts, 25 apiece, I'd have enough tires to last me. Truck felt decent in the long run. When I put on that second set of tires, I don't know, the truck just didn't seem right. I don't know if it was going through from daylight to the sunset, and it just didn't really like it. It just didn't fire off. and then we got caught up and tangled up into the incident there, and I really thought the night was over. I thought the night was over right there, and luckily we came in.
You thought
got
that
the
was
fast
it,
repair.
but it wasn't quite it.
It wasn't. I came in, got the fast repair, and just at that point needed to pace myself. And I knew we had a quick truck. We just needed to be the pit sequence in and out. I thought the last pit stop really helped us.
Right.
For
sure.
Got us in the some clean air, and then the very last one, I was like, all right, this has got to be a banger. And I came in, I almost sped in pits. I almost. And then, I felt like my truck just seemed a little bit better that last run. And like I said, I'm really appreciative of everybody. That was just a heck of a race. My arms were worn out.
There we
for
go,
sure.
man. Well, congratulations and a great win here tonight, bud.
Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing y'all next week.
Look forward to it too, man, because it's going to be another banger, I think.
I do. I absolutely agree.
All right, man. See you next week, bud.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, let's get ready to talk to P2 Tony here in just a second and see what he has to say about all this. What a night. We'll get on over to old Tony here momentarily. P2 this evening. Where is Tony? There he is. Get him up in here. Hey, Tony, Matt DeBoo's got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Well, P2 here tonight. That was some tight racing there at the end.
Yeah, I tried to hang on, but I just got beat, man. Jimmy was better. He had a good truck, and he just got me there.
Is there anything you could have done differently, you think, or anything at all there in the closing moments?
Well, I tried the top, and I got one run, and then I tried it again, and it just fell on its face. So I about did everything I could. I just couldn't get there. Couldn't get back to him.
There we go, man. What, dude, I am so happy with what we've seen here tonight. That was a fun race.
Yeah, it was a great race, man, and congrats to Jimmy. It was fun battling there.
So, what's your thoughts here? I think it's Nashville next up. What's your thoughts for that race?
Well, I like that track because it's slick. I like the slick tracks. You know, you gotta really wheel them around there. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Well, again, you didn't win this one, but you did what you needed to do tonight, in my opinion, which was just kind of mind your points gap you had going in.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. Just stay on top and keep a good lead.
All right, man. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week, bud.
Appreciate it.
All right, see you then, man. All right, there is Tony, everybody, coming home in P2. We'll get Aiden up here and go from there. But what a night it was. Aiden's still up yonder, so move him up and move him down. All right, Aiden, you got a copy. You got me there, Aiden, bud?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
What's your thoughts on the night? That was insane.
Yeah, that was a great race. Trying to figure out the truck, trying to figure out the track a little bit in the that first tire cycle. Tried staying out. That worked, actually, surprisingly enough, because I knew that tires were going to be a premium. So figured I'd stay out and save them for the end, because I figured there's going to be a lot of cautions. And big green flag run. Got the lead at the start of it, and then I pulled all the bias out of it because the truck was tighter than hell. So pulled all the bias out of it and just slid it out, getting onto pit road, and then I got it straight, and then I realized I was going too fast, so I put too much brake in it, and then it just kicked it around. So
just spun her around, and nothing you could do there.
Yeah, no, just no penalty. no damage. So spun it around, lost a lot of time, but just finished the stop and tried playing catch up. Eventually got back to the front and put myself in a position where I could make something happen, but just burn up my stuff trying to get back up there, and it's just clean air here is just massive. So all in all, good race for the guys. Love coming out here and running with these guys. It's always fun. So just glad it was a good run and we got some good green flag racing.
Well, I tell you what, that race was one of the better ones I think we've had.
Oh, I totally agree. That's one of the best races of this season. Maybe one of the best races I've done in this league. I mean, that was really good.
Yes, sir. Well, man, congratulations, top 3 here tonight, and I guess you're gonna be back next week.
Not totally sure, but I'll see if I can work it in. See if I can. Work's been kicking ass lately, so we'll see. We'll see, but yeah, I hope I can come out next week.
Alrighty, man. We'll see you there. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks. Thank you guys so much for coming out. That was a fun night, and we'll see you guys next time out. Have a great one, everybody. Thinking of the Nationwide Truck Series and Tint World. Thanks, everybody.